what would you do, Anthony DeGilio, in your mind if you were, for some reason, I don't know how it would happen, but let's say for some reason you were placed in charge of an NFL team. What would you do if Jameis Winston was your quarterback with what he's shown thus far in the NFL?
I think they pay Jameis. I think they keep him, and I think they pay them. Do I think they pay him 35 to 40 like the top tier quarterbacks they're getting right now? Like Dak's going to get, like Drew Brees is up there getting things, or going to get things like that? No. But if you find a sweet spot, like Jacoby Brissett just got $27 million a year for 2 years.
Yeah.
Nick Foles got like $25 million a year for 3 years. Derek Carr's getting like $25-27 million. If you can find a sweet spot around there.
Think about how hilarious that is, by the way. It's like considered a good deal, like for the team. Like, hey, if you could pay him only like $23 to $28 million a year for 6 months of real work, that's probably a good deal for you. And that is just mine. Now, it's nothing compared to the baseball contracts.
Right.
These baseball contracts are next level. But these quarterbacks, this is now this is kind of what we've been saying, right? Where if you have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal, you have a chance to build your team up around. We'll talk about the Rams here in a second. That's when the Rams crashed, when they had to pay Goff, who was no longer on his rookie contract. He had to get paid, which means you can't pay everybody, including offensive linemen, which has been a big problem for them. And I thought that the new blueprint for success would be rookie quarterbacks, build them all up, build up the team around them, then you can really make a play and play good team football. The Rams did it. The Seahawks did it with the Legion of Boom. And you haven't really seen a lot of teams, other than the Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning's and Aaron Rodgers's and now the Russell Wilsons. And I would assume Lamar Jackson's going to be this way as well, and Patrick Mahomes. There's only a couple quarterbacks up there that can win games by themselves. Like, hey, these guys, you put them on a field, they will win games by themselves. All the other quarterbacks that are good but not great, I think you have to, as a GM and as a team, be willing to pay them like, okay, and as a quarterback, I think they should be a little bit more accountable in their how good they are and say, like, you know what, I don't think I want to screw over my entire team by taking 45% of the salary cap. I'll take $20 million a year, which, by the way, generational wealth, even after Uncle Sam gets it, $10 million a year there. For 5 years, that's $50 million you're getting for your family and yourself. You can live like me and have a great time like that. And I am very reckless. I am very reckless with mine. Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic. You could live a hilarious life and still be good with that, but it's going to take something with the NFLPA, their agents, and everything to dial that in. Do you think Jameis will be able to say, you know what, yeah, I will take a much smaller price than what everybody else is getting just so I can continue to have a job? Or do you think his agent and the NFLPA are going to say, you can't do that because if you take a smaller deal, that means the next quarterback's going to have to take a smaller deal?
Yeah, me saying this all is me thinking that Jameis will realize that he has not been a top-tier quarterback for his entire career.
Has Jameis been a self-aware person?
No.
Exactly.
No.
If he's known for one thing, it's making great decisions.
And self-awareness.
But like, I think he looks at himself. Maybe his agent gets to talk to him like, hey, you have two of the top 10 receivers easily in the league right now. You got this new coaching staff in. Bruce Arians, he's molded Roethlisberger and Luck and Carson Palmer. You guys are on a 4-game win streak. So
he's the only quarterback in the history to go back-to-back with 450 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's leading the league in yards and I believe completions, and he's second in touchdowns behind Lamar Jackson.
First in picks.
Yes, first in picks. I mean, that is the one thing. But like,
no risk it, no biscuit, pal. That's Bruce Arians'
But that might
offense.
help. That might help with the contract negotiations, and the cap's going up. So it's like, hey, if you could get him in that 25 to 28 range,
sweet spot.
And also, by the way, you can pay the offensive line, which in the Bruce Arians offense you need, because that's a lot of 7-step drops. It's a lot of he's going deep with that thing. And if you could build up an offensive line there, maybe he's in a much better spot.
And they don't pick till 17th, so it's not like you're probably not getting a stud quarterback in right away. So with all this offensive talent around, at least you know you have a guy who can make all the throws. Yeah, he's going to make some dumb decisions, but maybe you could get him out.
Are you running that Twitter account? You sound like the guy that's running it.
I am who people thought was the GM's ghost account. That's not what the term is. Burner. Thank you.
Same thing.
Jameis Winston, how the media ruined the start of a Hall of Fame football career.
Yeah.
I mean, I do contribute. That account, by the way, tweeted me that last week. I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, well, they're going to tweet you again after hearing this. They got their ears
I don't know.
to the ground.
And there's like, who else is out there? Like, maybe if you get Teddy, like if you could get Teddy, like if he doesn't go with the Saints, if they decide to save Drew, maybe, but like
Jameis can make every throw. And Bruce Arians' offense, that's what you need.
I don't think, but if you look his stats this year, forget the picks. Like I think to his agent and to him, that's going to dictate. Like, hey, I deserve $35 million. I deserve $40 million. I threw for 5,000 yards this year. It goes back to what you just mentioned. It like. If they give him all this money, their defense stinks, okay? They need to shore up that big time. Their line's not that great. Yeah, they have incredible receivers. And Jameis, he doesn't stink. I mean, he's in that middle tier, but he's not one of those elite guys. If you give him that max contract, guess what? They're going to go 8-8 or 7-9 for the next 4 to 5 years. Like if Arians,
which is what they do, but
exactly. Yeah. If Arians is as good of a coach as we all think he is, then why not like franchise Jameis next year? Maybe pick up someone in the draft and then
franchise a lot of money.
It is, but at least you're not pot committed for the next 5 to 6 years. You know,
I would love to see Jameis have a little self-awareness and realize that he's not going to get that $40 to $50 million that everybody else is going to get, and just be like, yeah, I'm okay taking 15 to 20 million. I'm build up this team. Let's have a good time here. Bruce Arians took that job because of Jameis Winston. He's known him since high school. So I think Jameis and Bruce probably have a very good relationship, which is good news for all parties down there in Tampa. They've shown signs of success. If they have to draft another quarterback or get another quarterback, it's a whole new rebuild in Bruce's offense. But if you find a guy that can throw the ball and you don't have to pay him, you can build up the rest of that team. That can be very good. I think they're going to be in an interesting spot.